Hello, everyone. Welcome to my first Slow English podcast. In this podcast, you will listen and then you will repeat after me. You will repeat after me. This will help you practice your pronunciation, your accent, and your confidence when speaking English. I will speak slowly and clearly during the whole video. I have never seen it before, and we arrived in Bangkok at 4 p.m. It only snowed once. Do you know the mall? Let's get started. So, recently, I went to South Korea with my older brother. South Korea is what? South Korea is a country, and the capital of South Korea is Seoul. Seoul. What is Seoul? Seoul is a city. Seoul is a city. Now, this isn't my first trip to South Korea. I've been to South Korea before. Around 3 years ago, I was an exchange student in South Korea. An exchange student is a student that studies in a different university, usually in a different country, for one semester or even two, like in my case. So I studied in Seoul, South Korea for 2 semesters. The university I studied at was John University. That was 3 years ago. My first time in South Korea, I had no idea how public transit worked. So it was very, very difficult for me to navigate and get around South Korea, but I figured it out, and now I am a professional. I like using Neighbor Maps because you can't use Google Maps. Google Maps doesn't work in South Korea, so you have 2 options, Neighbor Maps or Kakao Maps. I prefer Neighbor Maps. What do you prefer? So me and my brother arrived in South Korea on the 28th of November. November is a month, and we stayed for exactly 1 month. So we left on the 28th of December, and I remember that was on a Sunday. Sunday is a day of the week. Sunday. Do you know them all? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Good job. The area my brother and I stayed in was called Hung. Hung is a neighborhood in Seoul. It is a very popular and trendy neighborhood, especially for younger people, because there are many universities surrounding Hungai, for example. Yoni University, Ewha Women's University, Suwon University, Hongik University, and there might be more, but I don't know them all. I only know those 4 universities. During our trip to Korea, we enjoyed a lot of very delicious Korean food. Some of my favorite Korean food include takgali, jokal, jimduk, kimchi, jig, and Korean barbecue. Those are my 5 favorite Korean foods. What are your favorite foods? Let me know in the comments. Make a sentence in the comments. My favorite foods are during our trip in Korea. It only snowed once and only for about 30 minutes. It didn't snow for very long, but it snowed a lot. We even made a snowman. And I know Korea is cold, but I didn't expect it to be so cold. When I got there, I was freezing. I wanted to buy a big, puffy winter jacket to cover my whole body from head to toe. But I decided not to, because I would then have to carry that winter jacket with me all throughout Asia, because I am going to be visiting many countries in Asia. I've already been to South Korea. I won't be going north, and right now I'm currently in Thailand. I am in Thailand. After Thailand, I will be going to Malaysia, then Vietnam, then China, then India, then Japan, and after that, and I haven't decided where I want to go. Maybe Taiwan, maybe the Philippines, maybe Indonesia, maybe Hong Kong. There are many places I would like to visit. Now tell me, do you guys enjoy traveling? Do you like to travel? I personally love traveling, but I like staying in one place for at least 2 weeks. I don't like to travel every day or every week. I'd like to stay in one place for at least 2 weeks. And if I like it, then I'll stay for 1 month. That is why I stayed in Korea for 1 month, because I knew I would love it. While I was in Korea, I also met up with one of my Korean friends, Johnny, for dinner. We had this raw fish that we wrapped in leaves and put other toppings on before we ate it. I personally am not a huge fan of raw fish, but it is very traditional in Korea to eat that raw fish at the start of winter. So we went to go and eat it. One of my favorite things to do while I'm in Korea is to visit Gyeongbokgung Palace. That is the really big and famous palace in Korea. The palace was so beautiful, and it was such a beautiful and sunny day the day I went. We also were able to see the changing of the guard. That was a very special thing to see because I have never seen it before. I've never seen the changing of the guard before. And before we left Korea, we got to experience what Christmas was like in Korea. I have never spent Christmas in Korea. This was my first Christmas in Korea, and it was very beautiful. We went ice skating, then we went to the stream with many lanterns, and at the end we went to a Christmas market that was a highlight. While I was in Korea, I also did some shopping. Not a lot, but I did buy some things. I bought a pair of shoes. I couldn't decide which pair of shoes to buy, the one on the right or the one on the left. I ended up buying the one on the left since I thought it looked more unique. I also bought 2 new pairs of jeans, 1 blue pair and 1 black pair, and I bought 1 pair of sweatpants. Overall, my trip to Korea was amazing. I love Korea. After our month in Korea, we took a flight from Seoul to Bangkok. Our flight was at 12 p.m., and we arrived in Bangkok at 4 p.m. It was a 6-hour flight, but with the time change, it was only 4 p.m. in Bangkok. We've been here for a few days now. We've spent New Year's here, and we have visited many temples and palaces. If you guys want to hear about my trip to Bangkok or more about my trip to Korea, make sure to let me know in the comments that you want more slow English podcasts. If you guys like this type of video, I will make more for you. Now, your final task for today is take out your phone, open up your camera, and record yourself talking about what you learned today. Today I learned I want to travel to my favorite food is. So your homework is to answer those questions and record yourself with your phone. This will allow you to track your progress. If you guys want to get more videos like these, check out my Patreon because I post there 3 times a week. The most important part of learning a language and the reason why everyone learns a language is to be able to speak the language. These videos help you with your listening, but how can you practice your speaking even more? You need to practice by shadowing. Shadowing is just repeating after a native English speaker to practice your pronunciation, your accent, and your confidence. And I've started making videos specifically just to practice those 3 things. So if you guys want to become more confident in English and become truly fluent, check out my Patreon in the description where I give you guys 3 new videos every week to practice your pronunciation, your accent, and most importantly, your confidence. I'll see you guys there. We're going to be learning English as I clean up my pronunciation, your accent, music, your rhythm, and your confidence. It was just a roundabout way of her politely trying to spare my feelings. The a-hole for giving all of my coworkers a different reason for why I have missing fingers, music, so I wouldn't take legal. Came down to company-wide training on his behavior. He chooses not. But I was already so cranky. Okay. So we're in, I did so much shopping in Mushma, the jeans and 1 hoodie, which this lesson I want you to shadow. You will become fluent in English. Bye, guys.